If you clicked on this video, you probably did not have the 2022 that you were expecting, and you're looking for a place to find some hope. And I want you to stick around to the end of this video. I'm going to give you 4 very practical steps that are going to help you to recover in 2023 and start moving in the right direction. Stick around. Welcome back. I am Will. This is DMU, Disciplemaker University, and we are on a journey to help as many people as possible become disciples of Jesus Christ. We firmly believe that there is going to come a time in this country that the things that we take for granted are going to they're going to be gone. If COVID taught us anything, if they want to shut down the church, they can shut down the church, right? So we need to be equipping the body of Jesus Christ to be able to go into our homes, our workplaces, and preach the gospel and be disciple makers. Amen. So you're stuck. You're in a place that you're in a place that you don't want to be, and you're looking to recover. So I think just by the fact that you clicked on this video, you admit that you got to change. You've admitted that there is something in your life that you are holding on to, or better yet, has a hold on to you that you can't quite get free from. So that's step number one. Admit that you have to change. And this is universal, whether it is a substance abuse issue, whether it's an emotional issue, whether it's a relationship issue, it's a sin issue. This is key. You got to admit that you have to change. Not that you should change, not that you might change, but that you have reached a point in your life to where you know you absolutely have to change. So with that, step number two, all right, you're going to want to remove yourself from harmful people, right? So what does that look like? It doesn't mean that you necessarily need to send everybody a text and say, "Hey, you're harmful in my life, and I'm gonna kick you out." Right? You don't necessarily have to do that, but what you may have to do is put a pause on some of these relationships. Now, I will say, if you are involved in some very toxic behaviors, if you are involved in substance abuse, if you are in a physically abusive relationship, yeah, you need to remove yourself as far as possible to be away from those hindrances in your life, to stop the pain from continuing. We want to draw a hard line in the sand and say, okay, I am going to take this season of life, and I'm going to be surrounded by as many uplifting people as possible. So we gotta put the pause button on some of these relationships, and there's going to be a time for forgiveness, and there's going to be a time for making amends, and we're going to be able to do those things. But if we are going to move forward and start moving in the right direction after we've admitted that we need to change, we're going to have to remove some of those harmful people from our lives. Step number three, the next thing I want you to do is to find your purpose. And right now, with where you're at, this is a lot easier than you may think. And we find out, oh, what's my purpose? I don't know why I was created. And no, right? Are you a husband? Are you a wife? Are you a brother, a sister? Are you an employee? Are you a business owner? Are you what are you going to do tomorrow? Right? And when you step into the things that you are already to steward over, that you are already tasked a responsibility with, and you start to walk into those purposes for the glory of God and for the glory of God only, you're going to see your productivity level increase. You're going to see your emotional attachments increase. You're going to see your capacity to love increase, because you're going to start doing things for other people that you probably haven't been doing before, at least not on the scale that you need to, right? Because this is not about a life of being selfish. This is a life about being selfless. So even if that means, like, you're going to go to work tomorrow, I want you to show up 15-20 minutes early, and I want you to work like you have never worked before, right? Don't work for oh, you only pay me this much, so I'm only going to do this much work. Do your best. Walk in your purpose, right? Your purpose is to be that employee. Your purpose is to be the husband, to be the father. Pray with your children, spend time with your children, pray over your spouses. And you're going to see things start to move, right? I'm not going to tell you you're going to say one prayer and everything in your life is going to get better. But what that does is it starts connecting, right? What's going on with here to what you do out here. And it's, I'm telling you, it's remarkably helpful. We like to look towards the future and say, okay, where am I going to be in 5 years, or where am I going to be in 10 years? And goals are great, right? But if last year taught you anything, if the life that you're currently kind of stuck in has taught you anything, that you need to live for your purpose today. So again, step number 3 is do all things for the glory of God. Whatever is tasked to you tomorrow, do it for the glory of God. Step number 4, this is key, right? So we've admitted that we need to change. We've put a pause on some of those relationships that are not good for us. We have started to walk in our purpose. We're gonna commit to doing all things for the glory of God. I want you to get involved in a local church, right? Not just any church. I want you to find a church that is gospel preaching, gospel teaching, a church that has a heart for broken people, a church that is not going to judge you when you walk in there and say, hey, this has been my struggle. What do you have that can help me? My church has a group called Discover Recovery. There are Celebrate Recovery groups all over the country. There are men's ministries all over the country. There are women's ministries all over the country. Find a group where you can get connected with a handful of people that can be your accountability, right? That you can openly go to and say, this is what I'm struggling with, and this is where I'm at. Like, would you be there for me, right? Have coffee with them once a week, have lunch with them once a week, invite them over to your home, have them, invite you over to them, right? However that relationship works, right? But most importantly, right, when you get these people around you, these people these are people that you want to be praying for you, not just when they're in your presence, but that they're praying for you in their homes. They're praying for you on a regular basis, right? Prayer is powerful, right? A lot of times, just having someone that can lay hands on you and pray for you and cast them demons out of you, right? We need that, right? We need deliverance in our lives, and you're not gonna get there if we stay isolated, right? The enemy in this spiritual war that we are battling wants us to stay isolated, wants us to stay stuck in where we were in 2022, right? So if we go through in 2023 and we start today in this moment in time and we follow these 4 steps, 2024 is going to look entirely different for you, because you're going to be covered by the grace of Jesus Christ. You're going to be covered by the mercies and graces of God, and it will work, and it's not that complicated. Step number 1, admit you need to change. You did that when you clicked on this video. Number 2, start removing some of these harmful people in your life. Place a pause button on those relationships. Set some separation between you and the toxicity that is holding you back. Number 3, walk into your purpose. Do all things that you can for the glory of God. And number 4, get connected in a local church. Get connected inside of that local church in a small community that can rally around you, that can help you, that can be your accountability, that can move you towards God. If you handle these 4 steps in 2023, I guarantee you'll be blessed. Have a great day.